Have any of you played badminton? I often compare table tennis to badminton. Even though a ping pong ball is round, I always compare it to a shuttlecock, because when the ball comes to you, it also has a sweet spot, a center of force. Do you understand what I mean by sweet spot? I'm not sure yet, please explain. It's called the sweet spot. Because maybe coming from a professional athlete's background, we focus more on tactics and technique. We analyze those higher-level aspects more. But in terms of theory, we might discuss it less. So, I've been delving into this recently. Because in table tennis, the ball has a sweet spot, just like a shuttlecock does. In badminton, after the shuttle drops, you need to hit it on the cork head. That's how you get power. If the shuttle comes and you hit the feathers, you can't hit it well, right? It will feel dead, and it'll go into the net. It's the same principle in table tennis. When the ball comes, it also has a sweet spot. Okay, so where is this sweet spot? Let me explain. For a ball that bounces like we usually see, a standard bounce, where should our sweet spot be? If the ball is coming straight at you, the sweet spot should be on the middle of the ball. Right. We contact the back half. Hitting from back to front gives the ball its strongest forward momentum. I'm not talking about the highest point of the bounce. I'm not referring to the timing, like the peak. I mean the part of the ball itself, not whether it's rising or falling. I'm talking about the contact point on the ball. It's about where my racket meets the ball. This is what we need research and understand. It's the interaction between racket and ball. Where should I make contact on the ball? If the ball comes like this, right, where do I need to hit it for the ball to travel the fastest with the least effort? So, for a ball coming straight on, in theory, for a straightforward ball, we need to hit the back half. That's where the greatest forward force is generated. So that's the first point. Now, what else is there? A diagonal ball. Let's say I'm playing a forehand, hitting to this wide forehand position. The ball's trajectory is coming from over there. So where should my contact point be? It should be on the right and middle of the ball. How do I explain this? It might not sound logical. I need to hit this half of the ball, because the ball is coming from that direction. I need to find the ball's sweet spot relative to its path. Is that unclear? It's about making solid contact. Don't worry. Take it slow, and you'll understand. Because the ball always has this center of gravity. When we hit this center, it goes over with power. So for a diagonal ball, we need to find its center of force. It's on the right half of the ball. If the ball comes from this side, then I need to contact the left half of the ball. That's for cross-court shots. So that's finding the contact point. What's another factor? It's the ball's phase, rising or falling. The ideal contact point still changes. For a heavy topspin loop, after it bounces, when it's arcing down sharply, where should we hit the ball then? I can't hit the back half anymore. The sweet spot changes. I guess, the lower part. Yes, what you and Fang both said is correct. Because the ball's trajectory is dropping down. So where should my sweet spot be? It should be on the lower middle part. At this moment, if we use too much force, because the ball is moving downwards, it's coming down, so I need an upward force to lift the ball. So I'm talking about the middle lower part. Let me test you again. When I hit during the rising phase, if the ball doesn't jump very high, hitting on the rise, where is the sweet spot then? Where is it this time? Look, some players are saying middle upper part. You're right, that's a great answer. You need to go a bit higher. If you hit the lower part now, the ball will fly. If you contact it even lower, how will it come out? It'll go into the net. If there's no arc, if you're hitting a ball on its descent, and you don't hit the middle lower part, if you hit the top of the ball will have no power. Should I give a demonstration or something? Let him demonstrate. This concept of the ball's sweet spot is a very, very novel teaching method and theory. You see, if we adjust the angle like this, for a normal shot, if I hit like this, I contact the back of the ball, right? Hitting forward is the most powerful. If I don't hit there, and I hit the side instead, see how hard it is for me to generate power. I'm using a lot of effort, but the ball goes like this. It doesn't go forward, right? If I hit the side of the ball, or this side, the ball also doesn't go forward properly. That's how I generate the most power. For me, maybe 50% power. The ball moves forward. This is the most basic shot. Now, if I want to attack this ball early, I need to contact the upper middle of the ball. Right, so my racket angle should be closed. If I contact the back of the ball, like I just did, if I hit the back of the ball, what should my racket angle be? Any ideas? What should my racket angle be? Does anyone know the correct angle? There's a purpose, right? So our racket angle should actually be more open. Now, another situation. If the ball is dropping, and I hit the middle or bottom of the ball, what should it be? The lower middle. Right, the ball drops, and I hit its middle bottom. Don't have it too closed. Actually, it should be open. You ask how to contact the middle lower part. You can't, with this angle. If my racket is like this, I can't contact the middle lower part. Right, it should be open. Many say you can't lean back when hitting. Actually, you can. Because on this shot, I'm just hitting through, not brushing it. I'll talk more about that later, about some principles for adding topspin. Right now, I'm just explaining the basic hitting principle. The fundamental stroke mechanics, maybe that's too basic. If we add some brush, some spin, then based on that, the racket angle will change a bit. Let me show you a few examples. If I want to play faster, to attack earlier, then I need to contact the upper middle. Hitting the upper middle lets you transfer power. So I hit the upper middle of the ball, and the shot is very stable. Now, if I wait, let the ball drop a bit, on the descent, then I need this. If it's dropping, my racket angle needs to open up a bit, lift up a bit, to contact the middle bottom. Hitting the middle bottom like this has a big advantage. When you're away from the table, hitting the middle bottom gives the ball an upward arc first. If you go straight forward, it's easy for the ball to go into the net. So here, the path is more upward. So when we hit the ball, we try to contact the middle bottom. Hitting the middle lower part makes it create an arc, a trajectory. And it's easier for us to generate power. Especially Coach Kang's movements, and your knowledge, are excellent, truly excellent. This is actually quite insightful. Seems like you've done your homework, right? Let me try to receive this side spin ball. Because before, we had a plain ball, right? A normal, flat ball. In a real match, it's not often that balls come straight. They have spin, including some side spin. Not a full side spin, but a hooking serve, right? Yes, serve a side spin like this. If the ball hooks like this, where should our contact point be? Like Fang Bo just now served a side spin ball. Some say hit the right side, others say hit the left side. First, what I just talked about, right? it's about the center of rotation. My ball is curving this way, so my contact point should be on the left side of the ball. Contact the left side to drive it forward. That gives you power. If I contact the right side, I just graze it lightly, and there's no forward momentum. Let me demonstrate both. If I take the right side, if I do this, I normally contact on the left. If I connect on the right, it will tend to just die, not go anywhere. It's hard to control. He's talking about the power on this ball. The power of the shot. Yes, it's the left side. Because many players receive sidespin by taking it on the right. It's not impossible, it can be done, but compared to the other way, its threat is much lower. If I receive it like this, I can only control it, I can't power through it. If I go with the spin, the ball can move forward with energy. It needs that forward force. See, this is the difference between contacting the center of rotation and missing it. Two different outcomes. So, I contact the left side of the ball. Now, for right-sided spin, it's the same logic. Then you try to contact the right half of the ball. But sometimes with a forehand, a ball spinning right is a bit difficult. So sometimes you use a backhand. When receiving, you can use a backhand to counter the spin. Use a backhand like this on the right side, or a forehand is also possible. But it's much harder, because it's easy to get caught by the spin, right? Yeah, and also, for many trainees, they can do it, actually. But the ball they produce can only be controlled. I can't add power to it. This is the principle of the contact point on the ball.